Congratulations winners, congratulations Katankaku. I look forward to trying to pronounce your name in the Company of Heroes 2 beta.
Now, while that was a very exciting distraction, which I'm sure everyone loved, it's always great to give away beta keys, and we're going to have some more beta keys in another show to give away as well. But the best part is, hasn't even started yet. We have a game 2 of Symbiosis and DevM to play, also on Semwa. And Seph, you feel up to casting with me right now?
Yeah, of course. I'm actually looking forward to seeing and casting DevM's Wormact, since he obliterated Lollipop in his previous round within 10 minutes. So I'm fortunate to see firsthand and cast what he's about to do here.
So, yeah, you want to follow Recon Randy, aka DevM, in the north part of Semwa. That, if you want to do that, that would be great.
Yep, I shall be.
Okay. NTD, our cameraman, if he's ready, I would love to actually get this game started. I am all synced up at 5 seconds. Are you ready, Sepha?
I'm ready to go.
Alright, well in that case, I will be following Symbiosis in the southwest here on Semwa. I'm sure there's going to be also just as much excitement as the previous game because these two guys they're probably jazzed up and ready for vengeance. So without any further ado, I'll get this game started. We're paused at 5 seconds, and we will start in 4, 3, 2, 1, start. And the clock is ticking. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, good luck, have fun! Recon Randy says the same, and we are off for game 2.
Both players doing a standard start. I'm just wondering why Symbiosis has put his barracks so far away from the HQ. Usually when I make a barracks, I want it to be in between the HQ, and so I can just reinforce at the HQ, and then when my rifleman squad goes out to the barracks, it won't lose reinforcements, it will keep reinforcing. I guess that's his choice, and we'll see how it plays out in the game.
So you think the gap between the barracks and the headquarters is far enough so that if he walked from one to the other, he would actually lose the reinforce command in the middle?
Yeah, in the middle. It gets cut off, and either you'd have to reissue the command because it'll get completely cancelled. Plus the triage center should be just in between the barracks and the HQ. That's optimally what I do in my games. I know a lot of players, they like to do different things. They put the barracks right at the front to get riflemen out extremely early into the middle as fast as possible, but that'll only shave off 1 second. Whereas doing it the other way, it has an effect all the way through the game.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I'm sure he has his reasons for doing that. I mean, maybe he just, you know, if you think about how far you put the barracks forward, you can jump your riflemen right on out into the field maybe a few seconds earlier than if it was closer back, you know, and those seconds add up.
Take note quickly that Symbiosis just did a nice move to go from one strategic point to the other. He's doing it again in the middle. Can you see that little guy moving out to the victory point?
Yeah, that's what do you call that? That's where you catwalking. That's right, catwalking.
Yeah, catwalking. A lot of players, they're using it much more often these days. They're sending one guy out to the next place that they want to cap, so they can cap really fast. It's really evolved since the early days of when we used to see it.
So we've got a bike actually from DevM in the center doing some scouting, and just a little bit of combat now up in the front. We got 2 worker units in the north around that fuel point shooting at each other with their grease guns up there. It's going to be a long battle. Both of them are quite distant from one another.
DevM capping down the south as well, locking himself in, making sure the engineers don't get themselves in there. He's gone for a different start than usual. He usually goes for MG motorbike and tries to cut the other player straight off, but I feel that he's playing a little bit more less aggressive because he doesn't want to lose this game. He doesn't want it to be over early, just in case Symbiosis gets a good flank off.
Well, he did build an MG now, though he's sending it away from his motorbike. Is MG motorbike actually a good fit for this map with so many buildings and hedgerows and things like that?
I tell you what, when DevM uses it, it's a good fit for any map because he makes it work most of the time.
Indeed. Okay. We're seeing this MG42 actually getting some action off now by the German player's fuel point. They did manage to catch those rifle squads, you know, but looks like they're suppressed, but they're going to escape to the north.
They're going to escape, but they got denied of capping that fuel point.
Now, we've got some combat here in the center. Also, this church, one of the strongest buildings in the game, stone building, is allowing the riflemen to shoot back at these Volksgrenadiers. They're joined by another squad of riflemen now. These Volksgrenadiers are outmanned here in combat. Looks like these rifles are going to try and sneak around the other side of the graveyard to try and catch these riflemen as they, these Volksgrenadiers as they try and jump into this building here, right into the MG42 that's waiting for the rifles.
At the same time as we see the motorbike pushing back engineers to the south and getting reinforced by Pioneer. Volk squad's about to go down, it's really low HP, but it'll get saved by this MG in the middle. And at the same time, there's a Volks versus rifle going on at the top, 3 encounters going at the same time.
Well, that's what you can expect from these pro players. They're able to be all over the map at once, and that's just part of pro play. Multitasking.
We've got the Flamers going to deny the mid and make the rifles retreat. At the top, the combat is going kind of even. There's an engineer squad coming in that might sway in Symbiosis' favour, so he might cap that field to the top, but he's not getting the mid. DevM is going to be taking the mid, possibly moving on to Symbiosis.
Yeah, but the north looks real good right now. Looks like these Volksgrenadiers are going to go down from Flamer action. They did their job. The Flamers have to retreat, but they did their job of getting the Volksgrenadiers out of there, and it looks like now, Symbiosis is going to be able to take that important fuel away from the American.
I think that was a good trade-off for DevM on the top. He killed 2 engineers and 3 rifles for 3 Volks, and considering that Volks cost less to reinforce, it was a good trade-off for him. So he won that fight at the top too, even though his fuel point's getting capped, but I can't see that making a big difference since he already has 100 fuel in the bank.
DevM has 100 fuel in the bank, is that what you said?
Yep. Plus, he also capped Symbiosis' top victory point and munitions point, so he's denying that munitions from coming in as well.
Alright, Symbiosis is just finishing his supply yard, so this game is going to progress much more quickly through the tiers than the last one did.
I would say so, yes, plus the fact that he's got 2 of the fuel points as well now.
Well, now we're seeing DevM taking back his fuel and making a push back into the north part of the field while trying to maintain territory in the center as well. There is some wire going down in the center here. These Volksgrenadiers look like they want to wire this area just to the north of the VP point, sort of cutting off an American push towards the center there. Although there are riflemen that are coming up right behind these Volks as they do their manual labor of laying down this wire. I don't think DevM sees that.
At the same time, DevM's sniper is coming in and
right in the face.
Symbiosis just hit a mine.
Well, there's going to be no snipers for Symbiosis, but there will be an M8, I'm guessing, real soon, because now the motor pool has just gone up, fully completed. Nothing building out of there yet, but I'm thinking he's waiting for an M8.
Does he have enough resources for it? How far is he off?
He's got 30. He certainly has enough manpower. He has 31 fuel in the bank, so he's almost there.
Okay, he should be building it soon then, unless he accidentally.
Oh, it just popped out. Yep. He just bought it. So if an M8 comes out onto the field, I don't see a whole lot that DevM can do about it. Although I do see, it looks like a tier 2 building is going up in his base now.
Well, I think you'd be surprised because a lot of war players these days, they're really good at countering an early M8. Even a late M8 and early M8, once it comes out, it will usually run into a mine, get fasted. Players can't play aggressive as they used to with M8s anymore because war is so good at countering it. Plus, if it gets a couple of kills on Volks, it doesn't really matter because the reinforced cost for Volks is so little.
Right, I mean, well, basically, look, for 6 years, hasn't it been where players working to try to find ways to counter an M8? I mean, that's like Company of Heroes 101. You need to learn how to do that if you ever want to crack into the top ranks of the best players. Look at all of the wire action that's going on here in the center. DevM is wiring off any of the green cover around the graveyard. It's very interesting.
He's crazy. He's wired off pretty much every kind of flank in the center. This is how good this player is. We see the M8 coming around the right. There's no mines laid down, so it might do a bit of damage. But DevM already has a pack coming out to counter that M8.
Alright, well, this M8, it may, if it comes to... Oh, no, it's not going to come north. It's going to engage action in the south. There's a slugfest going on right in the center, but it looks like the German player, the Wehrmacht, was victorious here in pushing back that small American force.
One mistake I seem to notice is that a lot of US players, they would decide to cap that top fuel point early while going for an M8. But the Krieg Rags, it costs such little fuel that it doesn't really make a difference. They're going to get the world player is going to get a pack out anyway. The M8 hasn't really done anything. It went to the bomb. It's going to the mid now, and DevM already has his pack out. It's not looking that good for Symbiosis.
Yeah, that's true. There's really the balance of the German players' forces are now moving north to try and capture that munitions point all the way up there. I think they're going to do it because it's not held very well by Symbiosis. In the center, though, back in the center, we're seeing more action in the graveyard. Again, just riflemen running directly into Volksgrenadier combat and then hitting a mine. Yikes! Oh, that was a big victory for the German there.
Yep, he keeps the middle. He might be able to go forward and cap the strategic point, but I doubt he will because he just wants to camp down that middle, doesn't want to commit too much and lose the middle. Sniper's already got 4 kills. It's going good for DevM, but this M8 is going to mean that Symbiosis is going to have dominant map control on the flanks. So DevM is going to have to knuckle down for the next 10 minutes or so before he gets some vehicles out like a Stug or anything. And he's going to tier 3.
Well, I was just about to say the same thing. This M8, really, Symbiosis has been using it to just sweep the flanks and make sure the territory that he holds stays where he wants it to. Now, what we're going to see here in the center is, there's really no counter for this M8 unless Symbiosis runs it into a mine that I haven't seen here yet. And rightly, DevM's got to run these Volksgrenadiers back. Oh, hey, look what's coming up, a soft counter. We've got Grenadiers that are Shrek'd going right into that church. They got a nice big firing range from that church if they want to pop in there.
Yeah, I think this M8 already had its window of opportunity to do some damage, and Symbiosis kind of he was a bit too passive with it. DevM was barely getting his Krieg racks up while the M8 popped out, and now he's got a Shrek and a pack on the field.
Well, look, he knows his opponent likes to use mines, and the amount of mines that we saw in the last game, I think I would be a little scared too, especially the way that Semwa is set up. There's so many great places to lay a mine. It's not like Angeville where everything's open,
Well, exactly, but it's like at the same time you want to use that M8 aggressively. Maybe you want to send it into the opponent's base and do some damage with it. You don't just want to hang back and defend your spots and be too passive with it because you won't get any manpower gain out of it. It's only got 3 kills at the moment.
Alright, well, this M8 may have just actually paid for itself right here. It was able to chase away this Volksgrenadier squad that was trying to cap that munitions point up there. And you know what? Unfortunately, DevM just hit that retreat button 1/10 of a second too soon and was unable to clear that munitions point up there. So that's sort of a loss for DevM.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for him. I'm wondering what Symbiosis has coming out of the weapon support center now, if he's building anything at all.
Nothing built in there yet.
No manpower?
And no weapon support. Manpower, he's 130, and there's no weapon support units on the field yet. It looks like he just spent manpower upgrading his supply yard to the first supply yard upgrade.
Interesting. It looks like DevM has got his Sturm Armory up. He's not going for Vet at the moment. He's getting a Sturm Armory. Probably going to pump a Puma out in combination with this pack and Gren Squad.
I'm just kind of impressed that this bike has stayed alive this long. Usually I can't keep my bikes alive any longer than the 7-minute mark, but here we've got one that's been floating around for 13 minutes. Maybe that's another sign of just cautious vehicle use by DevM, just as Symbiosis is being very cautious with his M8.
It's a DevM bike, and it already has 7 kills as well. Even if he plays aggressive with the bike, he'll go and push rifles out of the way, and then he'll get it back, and it will live all the time.
Okay, we got another sneaky rifleman action here up at the north. It looks like Symbiosis is going to want to try and take that fuel point, but what he doesn't know is that there are mines waiting for him right there. These riflemen are about to clear them with their face. Oh, and the Volksgrenadiers are there to clean up. These riflemen are going to get no action at that fuel point today.
Yeah, Symbiosis is really struggling to get some damage off. He's sending his M8 to the top, his M8 to the bottom to protect the medium munitions points, but it has such a long travel time. He has to send it all the way around the map that it takes a minute to get from A to B, and he's not bleeding that much manpower. The M8 might be winning fights, but he's not bleeding as much manpower from DevM.
Yeah, I feel like it really hasn't earned its... It really hasn't earned enough of its keep yet. By the way, I should mention that Symbiosis did go with infantry, and he did go artillery side on the infantry, and a sniper is now coming out of his weapon support center.
The artillery's choice makes sense, and the fact that he's getting a sniper to try and counter-snipe DevM sniper, but at the same time DevM already has his Puma out of the 14-minute mark, so Symbi's not in a very good position.
Well, you know what? Finally, this M8 has something to do now. Maybe he can go fight a Puma, because it doesn't seem to really want to fight anybody else. It just wants to keep driving around the roads. It's used like it's like a Prius. It's just burning fuel. That's all it is. It's just like, you know, it's really good for driving around on these roads. That's it.
He just got hit by a pack as well.
Yeah, I saw that sneaky little pack from somewhere. Oh, it's hidden behind the trees over there by the lake.
Oh, Yoink, look in the Wehrmacht base and look next to the Sturm Armory. Have you ever seen that unit in an SNF?
Oh my god, I don't even know what that unit is. Is that some sort of new downloadable content that I wasn't aware of? Oh, an officer! Wow, you know what? It's nice that in our final season of Sunday Night Fights, we're finally now can say that we've seen every unit built. You know, that's nice. That's what we do.
I think it's a good example of how DevM has shown his confidence in this game at the moment. It might not look like he's in the lead because the map is kind of even, but he has a large manpower advantage right now. He's able to build an officer.
Well, also, it seems like the tech advantage is his as well. He's gotten more tech units out. But I just like that it's taken 4 seasons for us to see an officer in play.
Very solid play from DevM.
Yeah, this is going to be his game so far. Oh, but know what? Americans making a big push now in the center. They've cleared that Pack 38. But what are they going to do here with... Oh, okay, here we got artillery coming down right on that MG42, and it's going to escape. Oh, but the Volksgrenadiers take a few hits. Boy, that took a long time to fall. Oh, man, that Puma got hit with a damaged engine. Second Puma's going to come in and try and save it in the middle. These riflemen have got to retreat. Oh, my God, get out of there, you guys. What are you doing? One sticky and escape. Is the Puma going to go down? Is that enough damage? It certainly is. So, boy, very, very bloody in the center of this map right now.
Well, I think I'm going to eat my words. DevM may be getting a bit too cocky. Symbiosis pulled off a really good maneuver in the middle of the map there and just won that fight very good. Now he's got a sniper working away against Grenadiers.
Oh, no, we're okay. See, the officer's here in the center. Officer's going to make it all right. He's going to save everybody right here. Go, 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 officer. Come on, go, go. Oh. He can command.
Charge.
Artillery.
Yeah, he's a supervisor, you know, so he's just going to watch everything. He's going to do a good job of supervising. He's just going to sit there. Now, but let's be fair, though. There is one thing that a lot of players don't really... I guess I didn't really realize, is that the officer is actually very good at decloaking snipers. He has a pretty big sniper decloak radius. Isn't that true?
You know, to be honest, I don't know that much about the officer. I know he uses forced retreat. I haven't made an officer in the last, like, 50 games I've played as a Wehrmacht. Maybe I make it as a joke.
I mean, there's something to be said. It seems like the developers almost kind of wanted the officer to be sort of an anti-sniper type unit for 2 reasons. One, it's got a very large sniper decloak sight radius, and 2, it's got heroic armor, which means it does not die to single sniper hits, sort of like Knight's Crossholders don't die. The officer's armor is very tough, and he can take 2, sometimes even 3 sniper hits before he goes down.
Yeah, it was a nice change for Relic to do that because nobody used to build an officer for that main reason. He would just get sniped once and die, and that would be 260 manpower down the drain.
Yeah, not worth his weight at all. So now we got some more combat here in the north. We've got that M8 now coming in to do some work on these Volks Grenadiers, but better watch out. These Shrek Grenadiers are a nice soft counter. They're behind green cover, but it's a little far. As you can see, Symbiosis is keeping his M8 at maximum range, just like he should, and he can slowly whittle these Grenadiers down. Yeah, they got to retreat. There's no way they can win this engagement.
While that's going on, there's an engagement in the middle. Two snipers trying to get snipes off against each other. Puma supporting against rifle squads trying to move in on the pack, and an MG's there as well.
Ooh, I just see some artillery going down. Off-map artillery on that MG42. Oh, he doesn't see it! I don't think DevM saw it! Retreat, retreat! Looks like he's gonna escape. Oh, that was a close shot. Wow.
It was close. I debate the decision to put the artillery on the MG. I would have put it on the pack, but I'm not sure he knew the pack was there. If he gets the pack, then left. The M8 would be able to come in and do a lot of damage. It's already got 17 kills, and it's up to Vet 2.
Yeah, boy, this pack looks like it is in trouble. Puma sacrificing itself, just standing in front of these flamed engineers. Looks like the flame engineer is going to be able to escape. Oh, not good, looking good for that pack. Down it goes. Engineers did their job. And here comes that M8, just like you said. All right,
yeah,
so target the engine.
The ball here.
Yeah, a little bit. He's letting things slide. Oh, this Puma's in big trouble.
Units in his base. He's making mistakes in the middle.
Maybe he's got fatigue. There's some fatigue going on here. Yeah, this Puma's going down. I don't think that this German infantry force that's moving across the bridge is going to be able to save it. Oh, maybe.
Possibly with
I speak too soon?
Maybe if it runs into that mine. Oh. Almost going into the mine.
I don't know. Vet 2. There it goes. Down goes the Puma. Now Riflemen backing up their MA counterpart in green cover. Boy, that's a lot of targets for those Riflemen to shoot at. I don't know how long this is going to last here in the center for the American.
I like how the snipers are just casually hanging around each other. Almost in every game of SNF this happens. Two snipers hanging around in the graveyard.
Yeah, again, oh, here's the big action. There's going to be big action here in the center. German forces moving up to try to envelop this one single rifle squad. While it is in green cover, that's a lot of manpower for them to try and take on all by themselves. Soft pedaling right back beyond the church. Yeah, that's a good move.
DevM with a nice brute forced army takes the center, but Symbiosis has just built a howitzer in his base. Can he get a good howitzer shot off? Maybe kill the pack, maybe kill an infantry squad now.
Well, here it comes. Let's see where it lands. I can hear it firing. And, oh my god, right there. That's, yeah, right on the pack. Down it goes. Yeah, watch out, Mr. Stug. You don't want to go into that mess.
At the same time, DevM has built his second sniper, and he's also built another M-bike. I feel that he really wants to get a counter snipe off, but at the same time it's going to be hard for his snipers because he's going to have that howitzer artillery coming down on him all the time.
Alright, well these two snipers are meeting each other again in the field. Oh my gosh, here's a chance for a counter snipe from Symbiosis. Oh, he missed it. He didn't do it. I don't know if he saw it. He must have heard that. All the action's in the center. So this will be two snipers on the field at the same time for DevM, right?
Yep, artillery coming down in the middle. It looks like it's going to hit nothing though.
Yeah, just got one body. That's all it was. Alright, you know what? We're seeing Sneaky Stug again, just like last game. This time DevM's going to do it. Here comes Sneaky Stug around the back.
Both players using the Assassin Stug. Maybe it'll work this time for DevM. If it does work, I can't help but feel he might take this game based on that fact alone.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. There's no AT gun this time to try and stop Sneaky Stug. You know, it's going to be sticky bombs.
AT gun coming up.
Oh, there is an AT gun right there. Oh, there is. This could play out exactly like the last game, only in reverse. Oh, except this time that AT gun is going to be shooting at that Stug's butt. Oh, this is not going to work well. This was...
I feel like I've seen this before, but it's deja vu happening right now.
Right. Did we accidentally load up game one? Oh, wow, that's... That's pretty sad there. Suicide Stug.
We need a picture
Good try, though.
of a sad, unsuccessful Stug as a meme. I think
yeah.
Grenadier's squad just got shot down in the middle church. There was one guy in the church, and Symbiosis just sniped it away.
Symbiosis has also chosen Rangers, although we don't see any on the field yet. He has picked that as a doctrinal choice, and in terms of where he spent his... wow, some big piece of artillery in the just to the right of the center. Was that infantry? It had to have been a big bunch of infantry just got hit.
It took out an entire Volk squad and 2 more Volks in those other 2 squads as well.
Oh, yikes.
Really big plays from Symbiosis, and he's keeping himself in this game right now. He's played the last 5 minutes very well, but his M8 might die here.
Oh no, wow, good escape. That was a good escape right there. This Puma, though, is going to be unchallenged here, except for this AT gun, which can easily flank back behind the church. So all these riflemen here are just going to be going to the meat grinder of the Puma. Oh, a double sniper action now in the graveyard. It spells doom for the Americans that are right there to the north of the church. That sniper, the American sniper's on the wrong side of the church to try and engage these double snipers. Wow, look at these 2 shots going off. Wow, riflemen just getting picked off. They got to retreat. Big American withdrawal from the center.
Nice play by DevM. He's also got that officer up front trying to scout things out as well.
Yep. Oh, well, here we go. Double vet officer. I don't even know what kind of bonuses the double vet. He can yell at people twice as much.
Yeah, he yells at them really loud, much louder when he's higher veteran. See, M8 coming up to 2 snipers at the bottom now, and a Puma trying to deter a rifle squad, but it gets stickied.
Oh boy, that could be enough to take it down. Oh, immobilized. Well, that's just target practice for that M8 then.
I can't believe it. Symbiosis just went past 2 snipers and he didn't see either of them.
There. M8 now Vet 3. This thing is going to be a beast. Top speed M8. It's like a NASCAR now.
Yeah, he's played with that M8 really good. It's been the key point of him being able to get back into the game, taking out that pack with the howitzer and rushing infantry into it. The M8 has 2 Puma kills, but DevM still has those 2 snipers, and man. Counter snipe.
Counter snipe. That was rough. There's no sniper now for Symbiosis on the field.
Allies are down to 200 points.
Oh boy, this is not looking good.
Are we seeing one of the best world map players around be dismantled here by Symbiosis, gradually but surely?
Yeah, that is true. He's got to take back some territory. He's got to take back this VP in the center here. He can hit the other VP. The south VP is within striking distance now. He can either take out this Pac-38 and then do the VP, or both.
Yep, Symbiosis is gonna not only get the pack, he's gonna cap the middle. DevM has another Puma coming out, and he's gonna send all his infantry out. Probably it's gonna meet the howitzer artillery, just as he's sending out his units.
See, this is a good choice in this particular case. I think that stealing that Pac-38 is a great idea, considering that he needs the anti-tank sort of firepower, especially here in the south. Oh boy, but he's facing the wrong way. Oh my god!
That's over. DevM's out.
Wow! Dude, I think Symbiosis just one-shotted DevM right there. Just one-shotted his whole army.
Yeah. It's like a reenactment of the WMD tournament where Symbiosis won 3-0. DevM was winning, and then Symbiosis comes back. DevM makes a couple of key mistakes, and then Symbiosis takes the game.
Well, that's exactly what happened here. That was amazing. God, what a one-shot artillery right there. Whoo! GG. Well played.
Yeah, very well played by Symbiosis.
All right, so that's 1-1 then for these guys, right?
I think, did Symbiosis...
Oh, it's 2-0,
yeah,
that's right, Symbiosis won the first one. That's it, all right.
He dismantled DevM brutally.
That was pretty amazing. That was unbelievable. Let's roll that Allies win video, please, Mr. NTD. Alright, so that brings to the conclusion this little matchup between Symbiosis and DevM, but we have more Sunday Night Fights action coming up with another best of 3 right after we take a break. Is there anything else you want to say, Seph, before we go to a quick break?
Well, I'm dumbfounded. I don't know how DevM, he was in such a commanding position. He made that officer, and it looked like he was going to take the game, but, well, Symbiosis came back into the game. He kept his cool, and DevM is out of the tournament. We're going to be casting Aim Strong and Fireball up next. I'm looking forward to those games. Are you looking forward to them, Yoink?
Yes, you know, I love watching both Aim Strong and Fireball. You know, Aim Strong is responsible for actually, I think, debuting an amazing strategy on a previous season of Sunday Night Fights, which we'll talk about when we come back. But it should be a good one, so don't go away. We'll be right back right after this.